Hey everybody, thanks for coming by late on a Friday for an extra special Humble Bundle hype stream. Yeah, it's great. We couldn't talk about it beforehand, but we're super excited to be part of Humble Bundle. So we figured we're gonna sit down with some of the folks at Reverb, King Foom, you already see in chat. So we're gonna hang out, talk about the bundle, talk about games in general, just whatever. We're just gonna kind of hang out, play some games, and get a little bit of extra special something going since it's a special celebration week. So. All right. Oh, cool. It looks like there is a link to the multi-stream. We're both going to be streaming. We're about to get together on a Skype call. That's what I was that's what I had to wait for. My Skype on this machine was being fidgety, like it always is. So let me go ahead and see if I can get in touch with King Fu, and we'll just hang out. So hang in there. Hopefully the volume will be at a good level. Since when we did this with Vixen, it was actually with, I think we used TeamSpeak instead, so you have to tell me if your eardrums shatter as soon as we get the call going. How's everybody doing? Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Everything's working now.
Oh, awesome! I think it is on my end too. I just got to kind of wait to see if the volume is good for everybody for you.
Yay, streaming!
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. Nice talking to you. It's going great. I'm super excited.
Indeed. I see the bundle is going fantastically well.
It is. Yeah,
It's
we're
16,000 almost.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Last time I checked, it was at 15. So I believe it though.
15,684. That's awesome stuff. One of the best bundles
Nice.
I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
There really is. Like normally, it's like bundles. You'll buy it because it's cheap for like maybe 1 or 2 games, and the rest are eh. But this one, I don't think there's like a not solid game in the bunch.
No, I think that's true. So, chat, you have to let me know. Is the volume good? Are you hearing King Foom?
Yeah, right. Hello, chat. And we do, I think, one of my mods threw a link in your chat.
Yes.
Or kind of a dual streamy thingamadoo.
Yes. Yeah, so hopefully you can go to that, and actually I'm going to go check that out. Might be, I think it does both chats at once, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, maybe I should do that as well. Smart.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we did something recently with Miss Vixen, and it shows them side by side. That's how it does it. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty slick. She was doing the same thing, and I hadn't actually ever seen that before. So.
And mine won't load. That's fantastic. Well, whatever. I'll multitask. I'll be here. I'll be there. I'll be everywhere.
Oh, mine's loading. Seems good. Okay, so let's see. Foom seems a little quiet from over there. Okay, well.
There we go. Now
Let me fix that. Let me first.
I suppose I should do the same thing over here. Volume, guys. Volume. Everybody cool.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
I suppose I can shut these down. Good over here. Right on. Perfect. We're good. You're good. Everybody's good.
Fantastic. I almost just hung up on you trying to find the volume button, though. That would have been excellent. That's good. We both have a very exciting menu screen up right now, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. This is hype. This is hype.
Pokey Dude, is it a little bit better now?
Yeah, I could hear all the things, all the places, at all the times. Good. Thanks, guys. Beautiful.
Okay, great. Awesome. It sounds like we're doing good. Yeah, so yeah, it's super exciting. The biggest thing is I have to stop myself from sitting there and watching the counter. It's
On the Humble Bundle?
yeah, it's like a drug.
Yeah, I'm not even really, we're promoting it and whatever, but I'm doing the same thing, like, 16, is it coming? Close? Yeah, maybe I should not keep doing that.
Yeah, but you're gonna.
Yeah, yeah. So, for my crowd over here, we know you're involved with Brawlhalla, but who are you? What do you do?
So I am the executive producer on Brawlhalla, for Blue Mammoth in general. We're a small group. We're about, I think we're up to 13 people now.
Nice.
We're just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and a lot of us came from MMO industry. So the two founders and myself, we're all from Cryptic Studios. We'd all been there since City of Heroes, City of Villains, all through that.
Oh, cool.
I was the last thing I did with Cryptic was the lead designer on Neverwinter.
Which we've been playing a lot of on Xbox One. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks so good.
It's really fun, man. It's really fun.
I'm so happy for them. It's going fantastically. People are really digging it, and it's nice to see because when we designed it, we kept it simple and we kept it streamlined. Not necessarily because we planned to do it as a console first, but it's just the direction we wanted to go. So seeing how well it's being received on the console is awesome.
And to be honest, we were talking about that the other day when we were playing. I think that's what drew me into it, because MMOs for me, man, it's just sometimes it's just overwhelming, overly complex. It's not like that game doesn't have its complexities.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice to see that. I mean, it's sad because I'm on the other side of the continent now, but it's good seeing that go well for all my old buddies. But we are all the people that left Cryptic and wound up coming out here and starting, or me joining later. Blue Mammoth are East Coast guys, and so we went out to California kind of because that's where you go when you're making games.
Right.
So this was a chance to bring it closer to home and get to pick the things we wanted to work on, and that's what's led to Brawlhalla.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been a good ride. It's been a lot of fun, and we can't wait to see where it goes. Hey, thanks, Fat Boy Magic. Thanks for stopping by too, and I'm glad you're digging the game.
All right, so I have this feeling that we're gonna get just destroyed here. I'm gonna be asking a lot of questions. I played a little bit yesterday, and yeah, I still don't know what I'm doing.
Well, hit stuff.
Is that okay?
Yeah, jump and hit stuff and throw things every now and then. That's kind of the beginner's course. Don't go in ranked 1v1.
Yeah, that looks a little serious.
I mean, yeah, feel free to, but it's pretty brutal. So yeah, we can just we can play. We can do just free for all games, and people can jump in. You can do, if you do online, you'll actually be in just the regular queue playing with whoever's queuing at the time. Okay. We can wind up making custom games and teaming up or fighting each other or whatever. There's all sorts of different ways we can do it.
Ooh, first question. This was a really popular one yesterday when we were checking this out.
Yeah.
A big thing we like to do at the channel is run simulated tournaments. What that is like AI versus AI. You pick a guy, you kind of run with it throughout the show. Is there support for that? Can you watch just a bot match?
That's a good question. I know we can locally. Let's find out. I think so.
Oh, you can.
Can you? No, I think you need to do. Yeah, right now it looks like you've got one. I mean, sorry. When I say you can locally, I mean in development. We do that.
Yes.
Not. So it looks like on couch you still have to have at least one player.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Hint.
Yeah. Sure.
Amazing.
Sure. I mean, we like I said, we do it during development. So.
Nice.
Widowbot, why can't you join in?
So what should we do? Should we do custom, you think? Start custom, maybe? Get us in here? Or...
Yeah, sure. I'll play a game with you.
All right.
We can just if you just start a custom game, I'll be able to see the number, and whoever has the game can just hop in, and works pretty quickly.
Now, we were trying to figure this out yesterday. So the stats underneath, would that be strength, weapon speed, defense, and movement speed?
Yep, you got it.
Am I close? All right. And
no,
then
yeah.
basically weapon proficiencies?
Those aren't proficiencies. Those are... So what that is, each character has access to 2 weapons that they can use. So when you go to a weapon pickup, you'll get one of your 2 different weapons. And that actually like just completely changes out your movement set. So everybody has the same moves for unarmed, but then as you pick up a weapon, it'll change how you behave. So you can actually change your strategy like mid game, and then each character has special moves for that weapon. So characters will share weapons, but each pairing of weapons is unique. So like Bodvar here is the only hammer sword guy.
Okay.
He's the only guy who gets both of those. And then he has... each of the characters has their own special moves. So some of them are under the old system where they just have 2 special moves. We're retrofitting all the older characters, so they're kind of coming in one at a time. Each character has 6 moves that are signature just for that character.
Okay. And now, I would assume, what are you playing on? Controller, I would have to guess?
Yeah, but we do a lot to make sure it works well on keyboard. And actually, a lot of our top competitive players use keyboard too. So it winds up it's a little bit more precise. But you can play on either.
And basically, I was just curious: are you using a 360 controller or?
Yeah, I am. I'm using
so if you could
a swanky PDP Afterglow 360 controller. Yeah.
I'm using a crusty one that I think I've owned since 360 came out, but it works. So if you could give me just a quick rundown on button layout, like what
okay. So A button is going to be jump.
Yep.
X is going to be quick attack.
Okay.
B or Y are either of those are both heavy attack. Those you can also charge.
Okay. And they're both the same attack though.
They're the same, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then the shoulder buttons will throw items.
Cool. And
the trigger buttons are dodge, which is pretty important.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exodrome. Yeah. Well, of course, we don't want any one style of play to be the dominant, most rewarding way. So we're keeping an eye out to try to figure out what's happening. Specifically, we're looking at some of the camping issues right now and trying to get fixes in that'll discourage that a little bit. And we'll just kind of keep going one thing at a time until we make sure that the balance is just right.
Camping issues, really? In this?
Yeah. With certain weapons, particularly the hammer, you can hang on to the side of walls. You slide a little bit, but it's got a pretty good reach. It can kind of grab up and snag people down. It's a little too strong right now.
Gotcha. Oh, you picked the same. I was trying to be different.
Oh, I just hit random.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. Randomly copying you.
Oh, boy.
And then the ground heavies, you're gonna have special moves on holding a side. Yeah, there you go. That's side plus a heavy. There's not holding anything plus a heavy, and there's also down plus a heavy.
Oh. Oh. Oh, damn it. Why'd I do that? Oh.
Oh, deflected. Deflected.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also those gadgets like the bomb, the mine, the spike ball. Those are primarily like one-use thrown items.
Nope. Where'd I go? Okay. So one thing in these games and Smash Brothers as well, it's like the biggest challenge is finding out where the hell I am.
Yeah, well, one of the things we get asked pretty frequently is you know, will we do
Like
player markers?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's it. We try to do everything we can to make sure you don't need it, but that'll definitely show up as an option one way or the other. Oh yeah, the horn too, which will summon your little spawn bot. He'll bring you a weapon and knock people out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
And chat, I will definitely try to get all the questions answered too. Keeping up with 2 is going to be rough, especially while playing. So I'm probably not ignoring you if I don't answer your question. Just keep asking.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we've got.
Oh joy.
Yeah, we've got. That blue scarlet there is Auric. We're gonna get some. We're gonna get some sharks from the Brawlhalla channel. I'm pretty sure. So usually we do dev streams every Tuesday.
Okay.
We wind up playing with the people that come watch, and
I see how it is.
I'm not a bad player, but compared to the top competitive players and the rest of the guys in the office, I really don't hold up that well. So I do a lot of getting crushed on stream. Oh, I didn't touch the wall. No. So yeah, you got 3 jumps too if you start on the ground.
Okay.
And if you touch down or if you touch the side of the wall, it'll reset your jump counter. Auric.
Oh, -4. It's about average. It's, we're doing good. Doing good.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. At least I got back up to even.
You see, this is pure exploration mode. I've only played as like a couple characters here.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Exodrome, that sounds like an awful lot. It depends on if the combo is a guaranteed combo and there's nothing that the player can do to get out of it. In general, we don't like those to be very very potent or go on for very long. But if you know what it is, even if it takes a lot of skill, let us know. We're not, we like combos where there are moments where the other player can get out of it or try to get out of it. And so if the attacking player is executing perfectly, then the defending player has to execute perfectly to try to escape them. We like those a little bit better than if the attacking player is executing perfectly, there's nothing the defending player can do to get out of the next 2 or 3 attacks. Yeah, so also when we're in the multiplayer mode like we've got here, the custom mode, you see it'll keep dropping us back into the same game room.
Right.
And on the right-hand side, you'll see people that are in the lobby. So people can actually spectate and hang out there and kind of wait to get in. So Auric played last time but stepped out or is still on the windscreen maybe. So
now, as far as the like settings go, is it always the host that has access to that, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's whoever started. It's whoever has the crown. Like right now, you've got the crown. If you stepped out, it would give it to somebody else.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you could set it to stock mode if you wanted.
Let's try that. That'll go super quick, I'm sure. Let's go 5 because these guys are. Well, it's Apple's Vape. All right, we got a couple of our regulars in here.
Oh, excellent.
So now this is still in beta. What kind of stuff are you guys going to be adding throughout the beta phase?
So we've got a couple of game modes. We just showed off. We've been showing off some of our crazier game modes that are just kind of fun. We've got sort of a we call it Brawl Ball right now. I don't know if that'll stick, but sort of a take the ball to the other team and get it in their goal.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which actually winds up being really, really fun and competitive. And then we have a bunch of others, like all bomb modes, or one that's kind of like basketball, but you're actually throwing bombs around. So we add stuff like that, more characters. We're always working on more weapons, more maps, and we just showed off our relic system, which is a way that gives you a little bit of stat customization.
Okay.
And a little bit of progression too. So it's not, you don't get more powerful, you just get more options. So you can spread your stats out to be a little bit more to your liking. And that's all earned in-game stuff.
Oh.
Let's see, who did you wind up with? Oh, Cassidy's good. Cassidy has she's got new specials. Not everybody does, so.
I like it. Ooh.
Yeah, her neutral with the hammer, the little lasso anti-air move is pretty sweet.
Oof. Oh, where's that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Movement.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, nice. Oof. Dang.
Oh, explosives are always fun. Oh, chat. I don't want to talk about being demoralized in rank. Last weekend was so wretched for me. I was sitting at gold 2, about to hop up to gold 3, and I just went completely on tilt and wound up at silver 2. I still haven't climbed back up to gold yet, just because I've been so soul crushed. There's an awful lot of the people in chat are up in platinum or diamond tier, so
Okay.
they get some pretty fierce competition up there.
And I assume that's like ranked mode.
Yeah, that's the 1v1 ranked, which just uses kind of an elo system. And then we also have an online page where you can look at the ladder standings.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
on top of the elo, then we also show like how you compare to the other players in the system.
Good lord. Ugh. Whoa. Oof.
Oh, I'm gonna make it back. Not for long, I think. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh
That'll
my.
do it.
Not coming back from that.
Oh, you were the only one with 4 stock there for a little while.
And done. Yeah. Oof.
I think Chad will be mad at me if I give up the stock match. Oh.
Well, I think the crowd in here too. I believe this is first time playing for most of us.
Right on. Yeah, see that if you hadn't said that, chat would just be expecting me to lose because it's kind of what I do on our streams.
Oh, same here. Same here.
But now that they know that, they're gonna be no. Oh no! Now see, now they're gonna be all salty.
So now what is the lobby, like the brawlers thing, or what does that mean?
Brawlers thing. What do you mean?
Where it says lobby under apples, it says brawler, King Foom brawler, you brawler. You don't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's who's actually active and selecting a character. So if I step out, it'll turn me into a spectator.
I gotcha.
Right? Okay. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Hey, Exodrome, I can't click on that right now. Can you email that to me though? It's just Zeke at Brawlhalla.com, Zeke at Brawlhalla.com. And that would be awesome. I will send it to the balance guys right away. See, I know Ada has got some really fierce play up in the top tiers, but Ada has one of the lower win rates of all the legends right now. So there's something that we're trying to figure out. How what's going on there. Lizard Boy, the off voice camera is King Foom. We are doing a stream to celebrate the Humble Bundle, and King Foom is related to the Phoenix Rage, one of the other awesome games in the bundle, and so we're both kind of lucky enough to be picked by Indie Game Mag, and yeah.
Yeah, we have we're both streaming right now. We have a dual stream link floating around somewhere if you want to check out both ends of it. And yeah, for my crowd, if you like what you see in here, definitely go support. You can get this on the Humble Bundle right now. I believe it's in the $13 tier, but it comes with the soundtrack. And now, was that the Founders Pack edition, or is...
For us, yeah, it's the Founders Pack, which
awesome.
yeah, so that gives you a little bit of currency for the in-game store. It gives you special title, a special the little spawn bots that come pick you up, little Valkyries that pick you up and bring you back on the stage. You get actually, I will show it. Let me drop out for a second.
Right on.
And I'll put in my Steam, my Cogsworth. My little Cogsworth bot there, so people can check it out. Well, Exodrome, that's one of the reasons that she's being really tricky, is because we see that there's some really, really strong stuff that happens with her in competition, but that is not filtering down outside of competition right now. So it's kind of difficult to pin down what's going on with her.
I assume that's got to be one of the biggest challenges in a game like this, is finding a balance, like balancing characters, like taking away too much, adding too much, back and forth.
Yeah, it is. It is. We've had our community is fantastic at finding issues and bringing them up to us, and looking at the changes that we've done and kind of seeing what they're doing to the meta. So it's pretty. It's a really good community. We're fortunate.
Awesome.
It helps a lot.
We got a question in my chat. Save is asking, any idea when the European server is coming out?
Well, we are in the process of getting a server in Singapore and in Amsterdam. So the one in Amsterdam will help you out a lot. We don't have an exact ETA for it yet. It'll be before open beta. I believe we have the machines set up, and we're just working on the tech to integrate them correctly. Okay. So it's near future, not like months and months out. Yes, Exodrome, that's a great question. The titles aren't released yet, right? That is correct. The founders, both the founders nameplate and also the collector's nameplate, those are not in game yet. They are almost. We tried really hard to get them in for the Humble Bundle, for all the new folks, and finally get them in place for everybody that's been waiting for them. And so very shortly, those will go in game, and I think you'll be pretty pleased with it.
So I guess strength and tiers aside, who would be your favorite character in the game?
Mine? My favorite character, just like the character themselves, is Queen Nai, who's that Apples is playing Queen Nai there. I just have loved the way she looked and came out. I can't play her for damn. She's good now. For a while there, she had some issues, but with her new specials all in place, she's pretty good. But man, I just can't play her. I have a hard time getting the katars to be effective. The weapons she's using right now. So I wind up playing Scarlet. Scarlet's my second favorite. She's kind of our steampunk big hammer hitter.
Where'd I go? Oh, there I go. Okay. It's normally the deal. If I can't find myself, I'm probably dead. Ah. Oh. No.
This is the second time it gave me Thatch in a row on random. And he never actually does that. As always on our live stream, we notice that we just never get Thatch. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys don't have to wait for the streams to ask us about balance stuff. You know, shoot us those emails. Yeah, don't just wait. Let us know. Let us know what you're seeing. I mean, you usually do, so that works out well.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that gift that you're sending.
Okay,
Sure.
and I noticed that too. When you get hit by a heavy attack, do you automatically lose your weapon? Is that?
No, it's a combination of all the attacks in the game use both. They do damage,
Okay.
which is what sort of makes you easier to knock off the screen, and then they also have a force to them that determines like how far you go.
Okay.
And so your weapon is a combination of the damage that you've taken and how hard you're being hit right now. And if it reaches these thresholds, it'll drop out.
Gotcha. No.
Whoops. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but it worked.
Nope. Oh God.
All right. Let's see if I can get a little revenge here.
Question, any plans to release this for Linux?
We would love to. It's a big undertaking for us. It does not port over right now. So it's not something that will be really soon. But it is something that we would like to support. It's just going to have to come a little bit later than we want.
Right on.
It is available for Mac right out the gate. But Linux is a little bit of a tougher nut to crack for us.
Loving how the game looks so far, but curious to know if there'll be more stuff added in the background to make it more lively.
Yeah, so hopefully we want to get some animation back there. Nothing too crazy, nothing too big, but just to add a little bit of depth. It's we need to make sure that it doesn't actually start making the game run slower on on slower computers, because that's, you know, being a fighting game, it's pretty important to us that that it's nice and smooth.
Stays fluid, yeah.
Yeah, but that's something that we'll probably start experimenting with in open beta, just kind of fleshing those backgrounds out a little bit.
Okay.
Which should be pretty soon, depending on how the next couple of rollouts go. We're getting close.
Any chances of adding a mummy character? Not that I need it, I just want it.
That's a great idea. We want to add kind of everything. That's our,
Yeah.
you know, the whenever we sit down to think about the next character, it's always kind of a, not really a fight, but it's there's a lot of good ideas out there. So I love the idea of having a mummy character. And I don't know, you know, if we do, we also have skins for the characters. Like right now, I'm playing Thatch, who's actually a pirate, not a biker.
Right on.
And so, but he's got a biker skin. So, you know, if we don't wind up doing a full-on mummy character, maybe we'll have kind of a lich or an undead lord or something that has a mummy skin or something like that. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. The question is when, not if. I think really.
Damage 1.5. I like this. All right, time to mode damage times 2. Gadgets.
Oh yeah, you can turn on some pretty crazy stuff.
All right, let's try that. Yeah, so far I think my fave has been Hattori, but like I said, I haven't been able to play as everybody just yet.
Yeah, she's popular for sure. I mean, you know, she's a ninja, so she's kind of cheating. And yeah, one of the things that we tend to do is we kind of cycle through. We can also do teams if you want. That's usually
next round. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Next round, I just want to see how this 2 times damage madness goes here.
Oh yeah. Magma Bob, it will definitely be available. The collector's pack will definitely be available all the way up until open beta. We're not positive exactly when it'll phase out, but when we come up with that plan, we'll let everybody know. So it won't be sudden. It won't be. You will have time to know that the pack is fading out.
Dark Wolf, I know there's not now, and sorry, this is gonna be weird. Like everybody's answering questions, asking questions.
Yeah.
But are there any plans for like a light story mode or ladder match type of thing in here?
Yeah, so we tried early on. We tried doing kind of a fast, like let's get a quick little story mode in, and it just really wasn't fun. So we kind of decided that we need to do it for real. We need to do it right and spend some time doing it. So that's another kind of thing that we'll go back to once we hit open and take a look at it and see what we can do. So that's one of the reasons that we chose to be free to play is we get to keep adding to the game as long as people like playing it. So it's a live product. We don't ever actually slow down or stop adding to the game. We just keep it going.
Okay. Oh, so this is going to go free to play?
Yeah, it's free to play. Yes. So we have, you know, we have the Founders Packs give you all sorts of extra goodies. There's sort of a way for you to get into the beta if you're looking to get in immediately without waiting in the line, which kind of gets a little bit longer and longer as more and more people get interested. Because you can sign up on Brawlhalla.com to get in for free. It just takes time.
Right.
So Founders Packs have all sorts of extra goodies in them. And then you get instant access. And you get some special things you can only get in the Founders Packs.
Very cool. Oh, yeah, there's the 2 Okay.
Yeah, people are getting chewed up pretty fast. Exodrome, yes, we really wanted to get the patch out this week. It was we risked things being a little bit unpolished, and we didn't want to do that to you guys or to any of the new players. So next week we should have a very nice 1.9 patch going in. And what though? Zack Attack, the relics in some form are in patch 1.9. So it should be next week. Not in their final form. And they're gonna be, it's gonna be very game devy, very beta-y. It's not gonna be pretty, but hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Oop, oop.
Oh, that was great. Okay. I am my own worst enemy.
Cool. Oh, so that's I have a really bad habit of hitting myself with my own bombs and mines.
Oh yeah, yeah, I just did that.
On tilt, we are slowly ramping up how many people we let in. So we should just be getting kind of a bigger and bigger community all the way up through open beta. Also, hopefully we'll get a lot of Zealophile has gotten us, or Zealopale is working with the folks over at ESL to get something going over there. So hopefully that'll kind of give us a nice little boost of competitive players.
Oh. -3. That's improvement, right? It was -4 last time.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to look at it.
Good. All right. Let's try. Let's try teams.
Mikey, we weren't at Apex this year. We were at PAX South and PAX East. We're going to be at MomoCon at the end of May. So if you're local, if you're in the Atlanta area, feel free to drop by. Yeah, Exo, we bring in kind of the amount of people we think we need to cover the features that we've got in. And that's why we've had kind of that's why we did closed, so that we didn't just kind of open the floodgates. It's not far off. We'll get there. 3, 2, 1, we try to tell the difference between people not being able to figure out how to counter something and something actually being overpowered. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do, but we do always look at the underlying data as well as what the feedback is, so that we can kind of tease out what's actually going on. That's why sometimes when it looks like there's a simple fix, there isn't always a simple fix.
Oof.
Uh-oh. Ugh. We gotta stick together more.
Oh my. Oof, nice.
Oh. Oh, see, I almost hit my own mine. I was trying.
Oh, wow.
Oof. Oof. Oh, those Lucian Katars.
I was wondering, is there like a certain even like minuscule cooldown to the dodge?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and it's longer in the air than it is on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna get it.
Ah. Sweet. the slow clap too. Like, yeah, good for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. You got it. We gotta have stuff like that. We got salt in. You know, you gotta make sure there's some good, stuff. Yeah, Mikey Warrior. There, we've got a couple. TK Breezy plays a lot and actually runs subscription subs tournaments. So you know, if you're a sub over there, make sure you pay attention because he gets some pretty good competition going.
Sentinel here.
Yeah, it is tough, Exodrum, to balance the aggressive versus defensive play. It's hard to get that exactly right, and you know, we'll try to get it as close as we can. We can definitely get it closer than it is now. And every time a new weapon or a new legend comes out, it winds up kind of upsetting that balance. So it'll just be kind of a constantly ongoing thing. Who'd I get? Ooh, Orion. Orion's good. Oh, back to free-for-all. Mm-hmm. Oh, see, 2 yellow colors there. I almost thought it was... Yeah. My brain was telling me it was teams again. It's always interesting. We've been doing a lot of... Whoa. Whoops. That wasn't the best. We've been doing a lot of playtesting internally, and so I get kind of used to whatever changes we have locally. And I mean, we update pretty frequently, but the game changes fast. So it's always kind of a surprise when stuff does or doesn't work when I get back on live. We've done a lot of Brawl Ball. Everybody that came out and saw Brawl Ball, you wouldn't recognize it anymore, but it's pretty good. It might not be too far from making its debut. Oh. Oh, there was a mine hidden behind the mine. Oh. So who did you guys have on? Did you do one yesterday, or was this the first?
Yesterday we had Vinny from IGM join us, and we kind of ran through about 15 minutes of each game on the bundle, and then showed off some Far Scott.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, crap. Nope. Damn it. Oh, wait, I'm still... Nope.
There's a lot you can do in the air, so you can also... Your dodge is directional. So if you're trying to recover, you can dodge up to get a little bit extra height.
Okay.
And then you also have, in the air, a neutral or an up, and the heavy is a recovery move. So all told, you can get, when you're trying to recover, you can get 2 jumps, a recovery move, and a dodge.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
So you can come back from pretty far off the map. Oh.
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 Where am I? There we are. No. Where the hell am
I? How many players is Brawl Ball designed for? It's a good question. Originally, it was 2 players, and then we found out, or 4v4, sorry. And then we found out, sorry. Boy, I can't get that right. Originally, it was designed for 2v2. 4 players total. But it always had this runaway problem. Whatever team was getting beat on, it was just horribly frustrating for. So we started trying it with 4v4, which is something that we've got rigged up internally, and that worked really well. But we obviously can't release that yet because we don't have the netcode supporting all 8 players yet.
Now, I would assume I know the answer to this, but somebody's asking, would this ever have a chance of coming to consoles?
I mean, we'd love it to.
Yeah, see, that's yes, maybe if we can. Yeah, right on. I kind of like the fact that there's something like this just on PC, though. I don't know if that sounds selfish, but...
Well, that was, certainly one of the big things that we looked at when we did it was, well, we can publish on PC. That's the thing that we can do.
Right.
We can make this game, and there's not really anything like it on PC right now. So, I mean, there are a couple of games in the similar vein or with a similar feel, but nothing quite like this.
Right.
Uh-oh, sudden death. So yeah, it being, PC based is a big part of the draw. But, we want as many people to be able to get in and play as possible. So,
right, yeah.
We'd love to see it on a console.
Oh, the salt. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, is that like a custom thing that you can get, or?
Yeah, so that's you can get that in the store. Yeah. So that actually came about because we were one of the final games at PAX South for the PJ Sultan of Stream tournament. We're like, well, if we're going to be in the Sultan of Stream tournament,
there we go.
We need
our
salt.
Reverb anti-salt emote. Take that.
That's great.
All right, I gotta take a super quick break. How do I go into spectator here real quick so at least we have something to...
You can just, if you just hop out... Well, actually, just hit B, and you'll hop out of the player spot.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you're in spectate.
Cool. All right, give me 2 minutes, guys. Just gotta get up, stretch, take a quick break, grab something to drink, and we'll be back with more Brawlhalla in just a second.
You bet. To finish the Brawl Ball talk... 4v4, it was feeling really good, but we don't want to wait until we have all of the support for 8 players in. There's obviously a lot that we have to get in place before that works. So we've been working on it again, trying to make sure it feels good on 2v2, and the last batch of changes that we did are pretty promising. So hopefully we'll get it out there as 2v2 a little bit early. Oh, hi, it's Kelly. Nice skin. I like it. Oh, I'm trying to get both chats, and I've been kind of relying on King Foom to keep me up to date on the Reverb chat. But thanks, Sayava. We try to get nice little touches in there. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a bunch of people that like having fun and like playing video games. So we kind of... Being with a small company, it's nice because we kind of get to put in all those little touches. A lot easier to get into the game than at a bigger studio sometimes. Oof. Oh, 6-minute 5-stock. That's pretty rough. I didn't notice the time. .4v4 is pretty awesome. It's not as... You have to... we build bigger maps, is the short answer. On the on these 4-player maps, you can do it. And we've played some pretty crazy 4v4 matches, but it does get pretty hectic. Ah. Yeah, being able to have somebody who can stay back on defense, that was one of the things that made the 4v4 Brawl Ball more successful, was with 2v2, when you've got a fast character that kind of gets a breakaway, it's just kind of over. So, the 4v4 alleviated that a lot. But the changes that we just did to 2v2 do a pretty good job of getting that out of the way. Even if we don't release it again, release it soon, we'll show it off again. I think everybody will like it. Sorry for the cough in there, and then one of my gremlins, my little gremlins, passed along something. Little germ factories. Oh, I think I said your name right the first time, but I've been messing it up now. Zayava. The health percentage indicators. You go so quickly from healthy to just about dead that the percentage indicator doesn't really give you much extra info. It winds up being just a little bit harder to read. But one of the things that we do get a lot of questions about is, do we ever think about putting the icons, the health indicators, down in the bottom where it's a little bit easier to see? And that is something that will very likely be an option. We try really hard to keep everything nice and clean and remove as much UI clutter as we can. And so we tried to give you that info in game. Like if you notice, when you hit somebody, they actually flash the color of damage that they're at. So when you're in the middle of fighting, a lot of times you don't need to look at the ID to get the health. You can just see it on the character. That's not always good enough, and a lot of people are expecting it in the bottom and be a little bit bigger. So we'll likely give you the ability to do that. We just want to make sure that that we don't clutter things up when we don't have to.
All right. I am back. Wow, this is pretty even.
It is. It's a good match. All right, there we go. We got one elimination. Well, you can see the actual damage values if you go into training mode. So you can see.
I was going to ask that too because I saw somebody linked a GIF in your chat with like damage, like numbers, and so that's training.
Yeah, in training mode, you can see the hit boxes and the hurt boxes, or they're capsules really, but and you can see the actual damage outputs. Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake.
See, I feel like I'm so casual. I'm just happy if I hit somebody.
Oh, Cassidy! I let the full charge up. No. Maximus, did you email support@brawlhalla.com and ask for the DK Bongo support? Because I think you should.
Let's see if I can sneak back in here.
Waka Waka, maybe. We don't want to add clutter if it doesn't actually do much for you. And the game, it is so, you work through people's damage so fast that having the percentage, it doesn't give you much more information than you've already got. I mean, aside from, is it harder to see it if it's up in the right hand corner or down in the middle? Yeah, well, that's why I want it, Maximus. Oh, that's great info, Waka Waka. We pay a lot of attention to that. We've got one of the people that works for us is red green colorblind, and so we always kind of have it pass a test with him to make sure that he can actually tell what's going on. Yeah, we if people are still having trouble with it, that's great. It's something that we definitely want to make sure is not the case.
I swear. What is your favorite era of the WWE wrestler Kane?
Wow. Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know.
Yeah. Good, fair,
I think I haven't watched wrestling since like the era of the Road Warriors, to be honest. So
right on,
and that
right
was all encompassing, just the love of the Road Warriors.
Yep.
Well, except for Lou Albano, because he was awesome. Because he hung out with Blondie, and that was so cool.
Oh, that's interesting too. Will there be any Smash cameo characters in the future, like a knockoff version of Captain Falcon or something, or will that just be like a huge legal issue?
Sounds like a giant legal nightmare to me.
Yeah. Like Captain Hawk or something, and he's just a little different.
Is your favorite Superman, Batman, or the right answer The Flash? It's not the right answer, apparently. Out of that set, it's Batman. But honestly, more of a Marvel guy.
Yeah, right on.
And Marvel, I'm tied in Marvel. I mean, not that you asked who my favorite superhero is, or that I have one.
Oh no,
but I'm kind of tied in Marvel with Nightcrawler and Madrex, the Multiple Man, are both really high up there for me.
Nice.
Especially the recent series for Madrox. It was just fantastic.
Spider-Man fan all the way, and it's
Spider-Man is good. Spider-Man is strong. But I had, when I was growing up, Spider-Man was like the favorite of like two of my buddies. So you have that kind of thing where like, you can't all have the same favorite.
right.
I think when I was growing up, it was Wolverine.
Oh, cool. Okay. So no, as a Marvel fan, we gotta ask this. I think everybody has to ask this. So Daredevil, been watching it?
I haven't seen it. It's queued up, but I haven't seen. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I haven't been watching Game of Thrones either. I'm so behind.
I just started watching on Netflix Spartacus last night.
The first series?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dude, and in the first 10 minutes, I think I've seen more boobs, butts, blood, and cursing than I've ever seen in my life.
So I'll be honest. When I first saw it, that was my assessment. I was like, this is just naked people and cursing and lots of blood and like it's just gratuitous. Like, I mean, I'm for all of those things, but I was like, why am I watching this? And then I don't know, about 2 months later, I had the exact same thought, and I was like, why am I not watching that?
Right.
And so then I started watching it, and then all of a sudden it was like, boom, really good story.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it is like, of those series, it's like the one that surprised me the most. Because I finally was like, all right, I'm just gonna watch some dudes kill each other.
Yeah.
That's just.
I mean, does it pretty much stay like that?
I watched the first 2 series, I think, the first 2 seasons, and then They and the prequel. They did. I think they did 2 seasons in a prequel because the guy who played Spartacus had
Passed away, right?
yeah, he had. I think he had lymphoma, and so but he was getting better, so they took a season off for him to recover, and they did a prequel to it, which was actually excellent too. Like there was all these story elements that were just kind of hanging around that you maybe didn't notice, and they sort of did a really good job of explaining them. And then
which character was it?
It followed the school. So the Dattiere was in it, and then I can't remember the name of the gladiator who was just kind of real weaselly and sort of broken, and all the gladiators hated.
Okay.
He was in it, sort of in his prime as a gladiator. And so you sort of see how that happened. I really liked it. But then, the actor sadly died. And so they were down for a year or two when they were figuring out what to do. And I just didn't pick it back up when they came back out.
Okay, because I saw it, and that's where I started. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I can't start watching something on Netflix until there's like at least 3 seasons or so.
Yeah. You don't want the sadness.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. But yeah, there's like 5 seasons up now.
Yeah, I need to pick it back up because I really liked it. I was very surprised.
I think it's violent, it's vulgar, but it's fun. It's everything about it is just so over the top. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And they also did a really good job with the characters. They actually have depth. And they have reasons.
And that's what I was worried about in the beginning, where it's just like murder, blood, sex, whatever. But then you start getting into the characters, and it is really well done.
Yep, exactly. Well, that was a tangent.
Hey, that's what this is all about. I keep forgetting about dodge.
All right, Bracker's on my team with Nightcrawler. Glad to hear it. He's just so cool.
Yeah, it's a cool ability.
Yeah. Do we see us? We got a question. Do we see us after Brawlhalla is released making a game based on the characters in the roster? Maybe, I don't know.
It's an interesting idea. Well, I think that was the question with the story mode earlier. Is a lot of people want to see like backstory to these characters, like where they came from, what their motivation, that kind of stuff.
So a lot of that is in the next patch.
Okay.
In the 1.9, which we wanted to be ready for the Humble Bundle, but hopefully it'll be early next week. But we've got a lot of good. Well, we think it's really cool lore as to who these characters actually are, and that we always try to answer like, well, I get that Hattori's a ninja, and so of course ninjas are really good at fighting, and so that makes sense as to why once you buy into our conceit that Brawlhalla is just kind of snapping up the best badass warriors of all time, then it's like, well, okay, I know why she's here, but why is it Hattori? Why is she like the most badass of the ninjas? Ninja, sorry.
Is it ninja plural?
Ninja is ninja, yeah, sorry. Ninja, yeah. X-23, good call out for X-23. I really like the early X-23 stuff, like X-23. I think I've got a hardback that's X-23 and NYX, which was awesome. The NYX series, if you like kind of off-kilter versions of the mutant stories in X-Men, the NYX series was fantastic. Not that I've read a lot of comics.
I'm so like on and off with comics. It's like I'll be on them for a few months, then lose it for like a year, then try and come back and figure out what the hell is going on again.
Yeah. That's true for me too. No, yeah, go for it. Go for it, Lizard Boy. Set it up. That's
kind of the same with wrestling too, like so off and on. And Shax, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. How's everyone doing?
Well, Slayer, you're gonna learn about Hattori's backstory. It's pretty crazy.
Some diversity here.
Oh, I have a... You can ask me on a random day if I like Deadpool or not, and my answer will change from, yes, of course, he's amazing, to, oh, no, why?
Yeah, right.
Why?
I'm kind of there with you. You know, it's like, I don't read the comics, but, you know, I'll see a couple quips here and there that are just like, I don't know, really well done, but I don't know if I like the character or not. I like him sometimes.
It's so mood-based for me, like...
Yeah, yep, it is.
When I'm in the mood for it, it's hilarious.
See, and I think that's it. You really got to be in the right mindset to deal with Deadpool.
But I don't know, most of the people I know just flat out like him, just period. Just no qualifiers, just Deadpool's awesome. Well, we'll definitely have to get your take on where they are, Waka Waka, because, you know, like we do with all our features, we're putting the backstories out there, but it's beta, so they're in beta form, so they're not as polished as they will be at launch, but we like them. I think there's some pretty cool stuff in there. And then as we finish off the relics system, assuming that everybody actually likes the relics, and it's good for the game, that ties into the characters' stories as well. So we wind up telling, like, each of the relics kind of tells a little bit of a character's story on top of just their background.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That won't be when we release relics. We're looking, the first time we put them out there, hopefully this week, is just kind of the gameplay stats version of them, so it won't have any of the extra flavor goodies or anything like that.
Oh, that was stupid.
Oh, oh, oh. Ooh.
Wow. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you know what? I haven't done any raffles.
Oh, yeah.
What am I thinking? All right, chat. I'll get a raffle going after this. I saw somebody in chat was saying that they didn't have a beta key, so we'll raffle out. I'll raffle out a couple of beta keys here in just a sec.
Yeah, we'll do one over here too. Why not? I'm already dead, and I got nothing better to do.
Game keeps giving me Nye. I think it's trying to tell me I need to be true to myself. Try to figure out how to play her. Because she's good. She's not bad at all. I'm having issues. Every time I get away from Scarlet on the ladder, I regret it.
I just, you know, I always tend to have my excuses ready before the show.
Oh.
My main one today is, this is my first time playing. I'll stick with that.
That's a pretty good one.
It's solid. It's solid. I can't use that one again, but solid. But then
yeah,
I amp it up. Well, this is only my second time playing. I think you can use that several times before it wears out.
Well, to give you kind of any idea of how rough it gets sometimes on the dev stream, we've got the guy who co-does the dev stream with me, or usually does, is he's ranked like 33 on the ladder, something like that, in the 30s. He's very good, and when we play, we get crushed. I mean, we did a 2v2 just this week. It was three stocks per person, and they ended with 4 stocks.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I get a lot of experience coming up with excuses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
We also I tend to come up with moral victories. As long as I get the moral victory, I count it as a win. You know, like our moral victory for that one, because that was some of the better players on the ladder.
Well, see, and that's what I was saying earlier about just kind of the casual mindset. It's like, hey, if I can knock a couple people out, maybe 2 in a row, I'm like, I'm good. Sold.
It was so bad at the start of that game that the moral victory was, okay, don't get 6 stocked. Just get one of them once, and we're gonna be happy. Yeah, Bracker, the relics that I keep talking about, they are all zero sum. So they don't make your character stronger. They just give them alternate stats. Ooh. Oh, that's it.
So, if you don't mind, real quick, as a free-to-play game, like, what are some of the things that are going to be, I guess, I hate the term monetized, but
it's fine.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can go check out the store if you want. It's a pretty good example of where we're going. The really short answer is it's cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
It's cool looking skins for the characters. You can get skins for the weapons too. Your little spawn bot, you can get a skin that changes how they look. That's not in yet, but it will be. It's basically that's the angle.
Cosmetics, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So anything that affects game balance or content or anything like that is all unlocked by playing the game. It's never behind a pay barrier.
Awesome.
Slayer X, yeah, we thought about crowdfunding. It's hard. It's really hard, and we were fortunate enough the way the company was set up, the way everything started at the beginning, to be able to do it without crowdfunding. And so we felt that we would be able to be more focused if we did that, and we'd be less likely to kind of go off on the rails. So, yeah. Lizard Boy, is Taros any good? Depends on what you want. There's a lot of people who are very good with him. I'll be honest, he's getting a little bit of a buff in the next patch. Because some of his specials are not quite up to snuff right now. So, all right, let's get a keyword raffle going here. All right, so we'll go with want beta, all lowercase, one word. If you want beta, hop over onto our channel and type in want beta. And then what we'll do is I'll let people kind of join there, and then we'll play another game, and after that game we'll I'll roll, see who gets it. If you already have a key, that's fine. You can still enter. You can give it away. You can hoard it like Dragon Gold if you want, I guess. Not a lot of advantage in doing that, but Slayer X, I mean, that would be awesome. We get a little bit of that with Thrill Kill Hattori. I'll show you Thrill Kill Hattori after this. The question was a Bruce Lee tribute character.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thrill Kill is kind of the Game of Death look for Hattori. It's a little bit tricky. We love doing stuff like that, but it winds up being a little bit tricky just because the game is so weapon focused.
Right.
So somebody like Bruce Lee is more known for just kind of unarmed badassery.
Have you thought about that? It actually kind of brought up an interesting idea in my mind, like a brawler character that maybe focuses on like gauntlets, things like that.
Yep, we sure have. I am sure eventually. That's the great thing is, if it's an idea that we like, we'll get the opportunity at some point.
Right.
It's just how many things do we have in the works before that one is the one to do. So like we just added the axe there that Taros has.
Oh, okay.
And that's we're trying to keep a mix of like sort of those classic weapons that you just have to have, like the spear or the hammer or the axe, and crazy stuff like the rocket lance. Garfist or something like that would probably be somewhere in between.
That'd be cool, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool characters that we think we could do with that. Oh, no. Bracker, the 3 open character slots, that's just, they conveniently fit on the screen and tell you that we're working on more. So we will keep adding characters as long as people keep liking to play the game. I think, yeah, we're doing a little duel here in the middle of the 4-player.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Oh.
Ooh, nice.
And it pains me because that Scarlet's my main right there, the one that you're using.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh. Whew. Oof.
See, that's my one.
That's true. Bruce Lee is also known for nunchucks. And
Oh,
that is not a bad angle. If we wind up doing, and it's not unreasonable that we wind up doing, gauntlets or gloves or fists of some sort, and have nunchucks, and then that would be pretty awesome.
Oh. No, I guess I didn't ask this either. I've just been kind of randomly doing this, but I'm noticing that the meter by the characters, once it's red, they're kind of ready to be knocked out. So
Yeah.
Closer.
Yep. So as you take damage, you go from white to yellow to orange to red, and that's basically your resistance.
Okay.
So the deeper in red you are, the easier you are to knock out. The character also, when you hit a character, they will flash the color that they are. So you actually don't even have to look at the. You don't actually even have to look at those portraits if you're actually in the middle of a fight.
Okay.
Oh, on tilt. Don't worry. Everybody at the office wants a samurai. We've got a sketch.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got a sketch of what one might look like when we figure out when the time is. But that's, we have to kind of pick and choose a little bit because each weapon combination is unique. So, Hattori is sword spear, which could easily have been our samurai character, but it's Hattori instead. So we have to kind of wait until the next weapon opportunity that would make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, what bow? I don't know. But if we were to do that, I mean, that would be a pretty valid combination. I think that would be a combination that's in pretty fierce contention, though. There's a lot of, I think there'd be a lot of pretty cool characters. If we ever did a bow,
yeah,
that matched up with a sword, there'd be a lot of cool combinations for that.
Now, would that be hard to balance? A pure ranged weapon? How would that work?
I mean, I would imagine so. Oh, I know they were on tilt. I definitely know they were. Oops.
Samurai as being a velociraptor in samurai armor.
A velociraptor in samurai armor. I'm listening.
A samurai. Yeah, that's from Your Jet Slayer.
Nice. I definitely have multiple dinosaurs on my desk. Just saying. All right, let's get a roll going here. Waka waka. If you want the beta key, let me know. Bracker, the damage color is, yeah, it is static. For everybody starts at white and goes to the same level. It should, yeah. On tilt is dead on. It takes longer to get high defense characters to that. Oh, I said that I was going to show off Thrill Kill Hattori. I think I have Thrill Kill Hattori. Yeah, there she is. There we go.
Oh, and of course I picked yellow.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go.
Waka waka, if you're still around, let me know if you want that beta key. Otherwise, after this, I'll roll again. Excuse me. Wait, is Waka Waka pots and pans, Maximus?
Oh, God bless it.
Oh, I didn't know that was pots and pans. That's, you wind up getting used to people with their in-game and Steam names, and then everything. It's different on Twitch.
Nope.
I'm sure there are people that are laughing about me not knowing who they are.
Well, Steam, they're just so weird. You can change them at any time. Steam really doesn't care what your name is.
Yeah. On tilt, are you talking about like a Kasarigama style weapon? Oof, that was a bad idea. not a Kasarigama would be a bad idea. Me ground pounding a charging Kelly with the rocket lance. That was a bad idea.
Oh.
Hey, you don't mess with Thrill Kill Hattori.
Ah.
There's the spear. Ah!
Oh! It's only a matter of time.
Ah!
Nope.
Ah. Ah! Covered right back into the ground pound.
Ugh.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome, the Kasarigama. Chains are a little difficult, just because they're so much harder to swap out for other weapons, or other, like if you do a new look for a weapon, chains are so dynamic, they're much harder to swap than like a sword. But we can always, you know, if we do stuff like that, we could always think about, like, well, okay, every Kasarigama weapon has the same chain, though. So, you know, while it takes a while to animate something like a chain, we just do it the one time, and then we just we change the weight on the end and the sickle for weapon skins. So it's something that, you know, we can do, and we've thought about things like that, but it's it gets a little, those kind of flexible weapons, a little bit harder to do.
All right.
Doesn't mean they're not worth it, though.
It's like my goal for the remainder of the evening here is maybe not be the first one out every time.
That's a good goal. Wow, it's been a long time. Like, I just ran forward to try to catch that sword. It's been approximately like a year since you could grab other weapons from the air. It's
you could? Okay.
I mean, at one point you could. When we first did alpha, everybody could use each weapon. And so when that was true, you could grab weapons that people had thrown. Oh, oh, oh. No.
Yeah, see, I'm with Tilt on that. Gauntlets, I think, would be cool. Boxing gloves, brass knuckles, tape.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you could do with gauntlets. I mean, they can go anywhere from, like, big, you know, piston mech-powered gauntlets to, like, all the stuff that you were just talking about. There are just, like you said, there are just so many ideas, not just for what would be cool for gauntlets, but that's our problem is never what weapons could we do? It's always
right.
It's always okay, which one do we stick with?
Yeah, that's really hard, especially with a game as open-ended as this. You know, like, where do you slow down? Like, all right, you know, let's just...
Yeah, well, the weapons, we don't slow down on the weapons. We just keep going. Yeah, Hulk hands.
Right on.
Yeah, we keep going for them, so... Strong Bad boxing gloves. Yeah, maybe Strong Bad would want to be in the game. That'd be so good.
Now, have you guys ever thought about that? Like getting together with some other like indie developers and having like cameo characters, stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. We are hopefully we're working on doing that with Airmech, the guys who did Airmech.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Doing a little bit of a crossover with them. We just did actually I'll pick if I pick Ada here. We just did a skin with Miss Vixen, the Twitch streamer. For her, she won the PJ Sultan of Stream tournament, and that was part of the.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That was part of the deal. Was we actually do a skin. Misfit, you got a key if you want it. If you're still here, let me know. And yes, of course, it's rigged. Kiever, there will definitely be more axe users. Yeah, the Tauros, the Minotaur, that's just our first axe user. We've got all sorts of cool weapon combos and cool characters coming down the pipe for axes. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I didn't realize that he had gotten up to rank 9 as well. That's Misfit, the guy who just won the key, is our top ranked player.
Oh.
Apparently he is also our 9th ranked player.
Now, out of curiosity, with stuff like that, when this comes out of beta, will those be reset, or how do you plan on doing that?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do a reset there. We're trying to figure out exactly what we want to do with, you know, are we going to do seasons, or how are we going to do it?
Right.
But we'll do something, because otherwise, Elo kind of keeps creeping and just growing. You know, it sort of inflates over time.
Right, yep, right.
And it gets a little stale too. You don't want it constantly dominated by the same people. Although, I mean, you'll still have that to some extent.
It's gonna happen, right?
But at least they have to be active, you know. So I'm sure as we go to open, we'll change that, or we'll reset in some way. But we don't have definitive plans yet. Oh yeah, shortstop. We will likely do most, if not all, of the weapon combos with the axe. Oh, I just missed it.
Oh, all that work.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we don't do seasons, guys. I mean, you know, we generally, anytime we're on Twitch, we try to not be all guarded and hush-hush about what's going on, because that's just no fun.
Right.
But, you know, also, that means we can wind up being wrong or change our minds later. So, but I'm sure we'll do something like seasons. I don't know how long they'll be. We've talked about it a little bit internally. Somewhere, you know, we think 1 month is pretty short. We think 3 months is pretty long. I mean, you know, there's easy math in there, but I don't know if 2 months winds up being perfectly right, or if we just continually cycle them or what, but we'll do something. What? Come on.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. That Roland's looking tasty. Ah! Why do I keep trying to ground pound the same move?
Ooh.
Ah! Oh, thanks, Gaver. We have no shortage of places that we want to take Brawlhalla, so we have a lot planned for it, and we like to think that we're off to a pretty good start.
Oh, this is who's gonna be the first one out? Oh God, is it gonna be me again? Nope. Oh, God, it is.
Well, here, Lucian's right. There you go. There you go.
So close.
Wait, were you? Oh, you were Lucian. I thought I was being all. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's
I was like, oh, here, I'll help you out. I'll get Lucian. He's ready to go.
Yep.
Do we plan on porting Brawlhalla to PS Vita? Well, I mean, I don't know. First we'd want to get on just PS regular.
Right.
We're starting to look at what ports would be possible or what would make sense, but we really don't have any plans for that right now. We're trying to get the PC version done and launched and happy. Ah! Oof!
Oh, nice.
Kelly, nice. Will there ever be ranked 2v2? We think so. There will definitely be queued 2v2. Ranked 2v2 gets a little bit tricky just because of having to manage like all the different teams, and so we might have some database storage issues with it. Maybe. But we really want to do it.
It's kind of an interesting idea as well. Have you thought about like leagues, like guilds, I guess, so to speak?
Yeah. Yes. Doing like, letting you. I just
Like
got
be part of a
crushed.
team, and maybe you have like, you know, and like you were saying with seasons, like a total of points, you know, from each team member, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds really cool. We're open to pretty much all sorts of stuff like that. To us, it's just a question of like, how big is the community to support needs to be before we can support it.
True.
But we definitely, you know, guilds is something that is probably an open beta or a post-launch thing for us, because once you have the friends system in place, which is critical, the guilds thing is cool, but it isn't as necessary, and so we can give it a little bit more time to bake and find a way to make it kind of interesting and special, like you're talking about, like not just a group of friends that have a tag, but you know, it's meaningful in some sort of points season contribution way.
Yep.
Yeah. Tilt, definitely a Sword Qatar character, and you're gonna like it, I think. I hope. It's pretty cool. Okay, Slayer, that sounds good. Oh, we lost a fourth.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely until we do want we do want clans like integrated in the game for sure. And you know, maybe we'll just so that everybody doesn't have to keep changing their Steam names. You know, we might add go ahead and add the tag support as a first step before we do any of the kind of fancy features. We'll see.
Oh.
I mean, it's, you know, honestly, we think about all this stuff, and it's always just a question of, okay, well, what's next?
Yeah. Oh, that would have been fantastic.
Kelly's got my number. I can't get the timing down. There's a big old Sentinel sledgehammer. I love this skin. Get him!
Oh, no. Oh, I got ballsy.
You were doing good. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Whoa, that's it for me. Yeah, we'll get to 2v2. It's, you know, I mean, we do it on the stream every week, so clearly it's something that we like.
Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, holy sheesh.
Just getting bounced back and forth. Oh, it looks like Misfit's out too. Okay, I forgot about that after the last game. We'll get another roll. Oh, we only got two people in it right now. If you want a beta key, hop on over to our channel.
There you go.
And type in "want beta," all lowercase, all one word. You got a really good chance. There's only 2 people in the drawing right now.
It's kind of how our stuff goes sometimes too. Giving away free stuff is hard.
Sometimes it is. It's funny. It's just kind of the way of things. Twitch is always, you know, pretty new for us. We just kind of started doing it without.
Okay.
Like we knew if we wanted to do it, and we knew if we waited until we had the perfect plan, we would never do it. So we just kind of started doing it. And so it's always really interesting to me, still learning stuff like, you know, some days you give a beta key away and there's 50 people immediately sign up for it.
Right. Yep.
You know, and obviously if there's not that many people in chat, that makes sense. But some days it's just people don't sign up for it. And then there's nights like tonight when clearly I keep forgetting to mention how to enter it.
Yeah, that would help. That would help.
Now we got some signups for it. Oh, woo! Almost stepped on that mine.
God damn.
Kelly's no joke. I don't know why I gave up my hammer. It's my weapon. Sentinel's another character that I'm sad because I really like, but I just can't get the hang of the guitars. I mean, they're good. They're plenty good, but... Oh. Whoa! Oh, that was slick.
He's got the weapon throw combos, man. That's some fancy stuff.
All right, Misfit, you already had a key, so we'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and give you that. You don't have to re-enter there. Ah! Oh, of course I mistimed it.
Oh, nice.
Ah, didn't make it. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we got a real giveaway. All right, let's get this over here, and then yeah, Misfit. You already had one, so let me just take you out of the running there. I mean, you had one 14 minutes ago, but that's all right. All right, Milo, let me know if you want the key. You can give away more than one key, so.
Oh, there you go. 16,037 hype.
Oh, nice.
I had to check. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. All right.
And I have about 15 minutes here, so about maybe a few more matches, and then
that sounds great.
Anytime. I mean, anytime you guys have an update, I'd love to keep in touch. Like we've been making a lot of good friends here, playing a lot of great games. So
yeah,
we have emails and Skypes and all that fun stuff. But I would love to, like I said, keep in touch and do this again. Maybe get a tournament going, something fun. I don't know, what's up?
Sure, for sure. Yeah, we do stuff like that all the time. So, well, not all the time.
Close enough. Whatever.
We like doing that. And then we always, I always save something for a little bit special. So towards the end, so I'm gonna give away one of those badass Miss Vixen skins that I was showing off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So after this next, I'll switch over and go ahead and enter. If you don't have the game, go ahead and enter, and if you win, I'll give you key as well with it. So. And as always, I write like a spam bot, so your key is going to be in the other folder.
Does that happen to you, or for some reason?
It happens to me nonstop.
I can't remember if it's like they're not following you or something. It'll go.
Oh.
That's why we always force people to follow. I mean, you should be anyways, but I think if they're not following you, it goes in their like other folder.
That explains it. Well, now I can get all mad at people.
Mm-hmm.
I can be like, well, why isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you know what though? I give them out as Dinohedron, and we broadcast under Brawlhalla, like as my name, but we broadcast under the game name.
People are following under your name, right?
And there's no reason to follow me because that page is just a hosting of Brawlhalla.
Right,
So that's what it is. Maybe I should start giving it out as Brawlhalla. That'd make it easier. Well, now I'm kind of sad because that's like a long-standing joke.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean it's great. I'd rather fix it, but no mysticism anymore. You made my world smaller, but more knowledgeable.
There we go. Knowledge is good.
That's right. All right, so let me pull this over. We're gonna do a different giveaway here. Let me reactivate everybody. And,
well, speaking of 2 Vegs, I did. We re-rolled, and you ended up winning a code, so I would check your Twitch TV messages.
Okay, so keyword now is add a skin. Ada skin. I can't remember. I know I say it wrong, and so now every time I say it, I think I'm saying it the wrong way. So I think I just switch back and forth. But if you want that badass Ada skin, that's a Miss Vixen skin for being so salty, for winning the salty tournament at PAX South, add a skin, all lowercase in our channel. We'll get you in a roll. And if you don't have the game, we'll put a key in there too.
So random, what'd you guys think? I didn't get to make it, but what'd you guys think of PAX South? Yeah? No?
We loved it.
Eh?
It was fantastic for us.
Yeah.
It
in comparison to the other PAX events, how does it
It's
stand?
definitely smaller.
Okay.
One thing that is as an exhibitor or as a congoer too, it's nice because there's a lot of really cool food and places to go near the convention center.
Around the convention, okay.
Yeah, unlike like Boston is kind of, you're out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's still a fantastic show, but you got to hoof it to get there. So there's this. They've got this really cool river walk in San Antonio that's sort of out of the. You go out of the convention center and you go like a block and you go down these stairs, and the river runs right through that part of the city, and there's just all these really cool shops and restaurants kind of along that river. It's really cool at night, really neat.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I forgot about that in Boston. Basically, you got to go like over the highway. And downtown. Yeah.
And don't take a wrong turn on those highways.
Right.
Because we took one going home, and it was sort of like you want to take a right, but you want to be in the second right-hand merge. There's like 2 exits to the right at the same time, and you have to know which one is yours.
Oh,
and if you
get in Boston?
Yeah. And if you get it wrong, you're on the new bridge.
Right.
And then the only way to get from there to where you want to go is to go like through a tunnel and another bridge. It's like it's like 15 minutes to get back to where you made your mistake.
Yeah, driving in Boston, I have to say, it's probably, I love Boston, one of my favorite cities, but driving, no.
It's pretty nuts.
Well, even taking a cab, we were like literally 10 minutes from the convention center on a good day. It could take 7 minutes one day, and the next day, no rhyme or reason, didn't matter, weekend, weekday, whatever. It could take you like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. We ran into that. We actually, the opening day of the show, we had to get out and basically run 10 blocks to make it on time, because we left with plenty of time to get there. But no, we didn't.
Like interviewing for the Twitch booth, and that was the exact same issue. Like the day before, it took us 10-15 minutes to get there. It was smooth. The next day we got stuck in a tunnel, and we were like an hour, and I had to do interviews and get all this stuff together, and we literally had to get out of the cab and just walk, and it was faster. It was just it's horrible.
So yep, that was fun. So actually, I'm gonna start up, since we just have a little bit of time left. Let me start up another game.
Sure.
Because we've been playing with Kelly for quite a while here.
Get out.
Yeah. So let me start up. But I figure, we could do the, if you wanted to just kind of maximize it, we could each run a free for all, and that way players could get in. We could get like 6 people playing with us,
that'd be cool.
Instead of just the 2. So I'm gonna hop out and start a new game. So
you just kind of go just online, right?
Just custom online, and 1535. That's the new game. So whoever can come and join. Giles, that's a great question. The locked tab for Legends. We put that there because we want people to know that we are planning on having